You step in there and they realize, oh, that's an adult voice. That's not one of the players. Easy, guys. Easy, girls. You know, help me line up here. Good job. Great hustle. Anything that can diffuse the situation, but let them know you're there. Don't do anything crazy. Don't make me have to deal with something that's here. How many of you were watching the Washington-Detroit game before you came in here? What a cluster. I mean, that started about 5 minutes towards the end of the first half. And every player screaming and hollering, the officials just standing there looking at them. Then they started calling unsporting, throwing people out, and they still kept doing it. We got to get the very first one of these, folks. But this is important here, that dead ball area. 2 more, and I'm going to try to get in here. But again, I know this is probably not really enlightening to you, but it's going to help us some. And then we're going to record. We have the recording of this so we can get it out. Saw this a number of times yesterday, the bump and go, okay? So we're here. We got a travel call. We got a kick ball out of bounds. We got a tip ball goes out of bounds. So we're either on the 28-foot mark or we're on the closest spot where the ball went out of bounds, right? Steve's going to blow the whistle, is going to point, is going to call the violation. What caused the violation, right? Point, direction, spot, and they're going to take off and become the new lead. The old lead is now going to become the new trail. Everything in the backcourt is bump and go. Everything that is everything that's in the front court is bump and go because it's going to be a backcourt throw-in. Anything that's in the backcourt is now going to be a front court throw-in. So this same play that we dealt with here in transition, let's say that we were coming out this way and the C had a travel or something here, and now we're going to come back. A double dribble, just like we just talked about. Now we're coming back in this direction. C's going to stand there. The lead's going to fill in that spot. The new lead is going to become the new trail, and the lead's going to come over double the sideline. So everything, if it's in a backcourt, we're going to bump and go. We're leaving it. We're pointing. We're making eye contact, and we're going and trusting our new trail to put the ball in play at the right spot. C should also be able to help us with that because there's plays happening right in front of them. But if it happens in the front court, you stay there. We had 3 plays. This was at Coastal. This was at Cape Fear, and twice yesterday at Kinston. But we had a ball plays right here, and we had the lead make that call, come over, and we had to wait on the trail to come here and everybody get in position. Right? We just stay there, and everybody else fills in. So the lead just comes right here. You stay there, and we put the ball in play. Bump and go, only backcourt to front court. The long switch. Leo, Richard, talk to me on this. You guys pregame this every night. Are we doing the long switch? Are we not doing the long switch as far as the pregame?
If you are table side, step out, report, go back. If you're opposite table side, go to the table.
Yeah, this one's table side here. This drawing against.
Yeah.
Right. So opposite table side, we are doing the long switch?
Yes.
Okay. And then on table side, we're just making the call and going back?
Yeah.
Okay. Does everybody understand that? So again, in this situation, if we're here, we're not side. We're going to.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, opposite table, you're really not doing a long switch.
Here?
Right. If you're opposite table, you go towards the table report, and then that position.
Now, because if you're the lead or trail on this side, you come table side, you're swapping with the guy's table side, which makes it like that. Then you going all the way back out, then going back all the way back to spot.
It's the new trail calls. We're going long. Trail opposite table.
And your table side. we take this and step out back court and step back.
No, this is right here. So we had to play right there.
All right. So if you're on the other side, which would be the left side,
I'll be here on this side.
yeah.
As we'll see a participant from last
These two are on the stage. Correct.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, my comment's going to be to you guys, nobody knows this but us.
Correct.
Nobody's going to figure this out. But if you pregame it, even if you're working a JV game and you say, hey, again, JV's in two-man, you're going to split. You just split one every time anyway, 90% of the time. And then guess what? I know you're going to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you can do it. You step back out here, as long as you clear the players, they can get a good sight line to the table, make your foul report, come back and put it back in play. Because again, I know that we don't get paid. We don't get paid for the hours. We get paid for work games. But we don't want to mess them up either. Now, what I'm saying is if we don't switch, if we're in this situation and you have a couple plays in a row, then make the switch. Don't have the same person have to constantly, like they're burning fouls, right? They got 3 to give, and they throw it in and get it, and you go right back, and they go in and get it. Get somebody else over there. Just to break that monotony a little bit. Any questions on any of that? I know that's sort of like getting an enema, but you know, it's part of life. It's something we got to do. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, coming out of timeout, and the league takes the ball, takes the ball out, and there's a foul. The other team, all the players down on the other end. We come out of timeout, there's a foul right there. We just step out, make the call, and go back, right?
It's like two-man.
Let me put the screen back up here, and you tell me where we at. Where we at right here on this screen? What are you talking about, Tony?
Let's come back down here on the front.
We're going here back court to front court, so we're doing this. Now
we come out of timeout.
All right, we coming out of a timeout.
Come out of timeout. I'm down at the lead. The lead. The rest of the team, everybody else down on the other end, waiting on us to come back from the timeout.
Yeah.
So now I have a foul down here with the two guys who are taking the ball out. I get handed the ball, I got a foul, so I'm just going to step on the court, make my call, and step back, right?
What are you talking about, Michael? I'm not. I got you full 6. Hang on. No.
I'm not following Johnny. To be honest with you, somebody else can follow him and understand exactly what he's asking. I don't want to give him misinformation. So I know you said we're coming out of a timeout and we get a
with everybody down.
Three-man.
Okay, go ahead. Go out timeout.
You're gonna report and stay there. That's why we're just gonna report and go back.
Table side. All right.
Table side, report, just go back home.
Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
That's all right. We good there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll send some more information out on that. We'll have that other diagram on the other side, and I'll try to include that in the newsletter tomorrow. I showed these last week, and I'll just do these up again because this came when the executive board sent me some stuff back. Board members, these things they talked about was process of calling fouls. And just remember again when we did this is a 5-count basis here. Arm up, close fist, shot whistle, point player's waist if needed. Preliminary signal. Sometimes we have to give a foul, like we have to go around somebody, and so we know who we got. Preliminary signal, verbally inform the foul player, stating the call a number, and then when designated spot out of bounds and a key number shots. Right? So again, as we know, these are the signals we'll be using. So just to review stuff we're doing, violations. Remember, we have eliminated offensive goaltending. So you don't have that anymore. Just take that out of your vocabulary. Offensive goaltending does not exist. Offensive basket interference still does exist, but offensive goaltending does not. Okay? So again, if you anticipate a play, you will be in better position to overlook the rule of play. Arm up, drop arms, signal, step violation, point proper direction, designate out of bounds spot. 4 magic spots, front court, back court, or the closest spot to where the ball touched out of bounds that made the ball out of bounds. All right. You make the call. Let's look at this play.
Coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on third down, getting the sack, and possibly
clean block. Play on.
Play on.
Play on.
Play on. Clean block.
Couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains.
Yeah, we playing on.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time.
Yeah, when we go back and we look at our situation, and I'll put these again because we had some plays yesterday that we didn't finish the process. We got one or two right. We missed the takeoff. Like, you know, I saw this at Cape Fear on a Wednesday night where we missed like where they started from. And we didn't recognize we had that closeout defender that was coming out at the offensive player. So that's another thing that we got to deal with because guess what? We're going to see this, folks. We're going to see that. That's you know, when you get through your first game and you go, I did not think that a kid would try to come that far and block that shot. Then you're surprised. Maybe now we're anticipated a little bit better. But feet, where was the shooter when he left the court? Where's the defender where the shooter left the court? All right, again, looking for those closeout blocks. The foul. Here's the thing. Do we have contact with the shooter? If yes, where did that contact occur? Did the defender elevate to the height of the ball? Right, that's our key play. If they don't get to the height of the ball and there's any contact, they're in active shooting. We got a foul. We're not waiting on a jump shot to come up short to make that call. Okay, but if they can get to the height of the ball, now the next question you have to look at, was it ball first then body or body first then ball? And when we look at this play, that'll help you a little bit. And then forward, did we bring the shooter back to the court cleanly? Any contact at the return is incidental or flagrant by rule.
You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ball first, right?
Got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Now, the result of this play is obviously that White did not land. So again, very difficult landing. See, he's completely out of control here. Now, again, I call these caps, folks, crazy athletic plays. Now, I can tell you, I can speak for everybody that's in the gym. This is the play they came to see. They don't get to see it every night in high school basketball, but this is the play they came to see. Athletes making plays. And the thing I want you to get out of this play is, when we talk about, use this term, did the defender elevate to the ball? See what you're looking at now? If that defender was only elevating to here in the elbow, we got a completely different look at this play. But the fact that they can elevate to the ball, now we have to referee through that process. Good? All right, so we get to the end of this one, and this guy goes down immediately, and I think they pretty much blow the whistle right here and recognize you see him look back. This guy's not moving. So we need to whistle on that one immediately. But the action up top here we have no responsibility for White to be able to get his feet back underneath him. No more we do for Blue to get his feet underneath him.
To the air on second down.
Because it was legal up top. Everything I could see. One of them is here, Richard, Leo, anybody else on the board or education committee.
Such a weapon in this offense because you don't have to throw it.
Yeah, you can see space between them.
Get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Yeah, how wide the lead is to look through the play. Now he's not closed down, so you can see the block clearly.
Yes.
The lead?
Yes, how wide he is, you can see through it. If he was closed down, he probably would have called a foul.
Hand off from the gun.
Again, as we talked about here, is plays close to the basket. Patience. We got to play. One of the first plays at Kinston's yesterday was dribble penetration, contact, knocked the girl a little bit to her left, but then she passed the ball to a wide open teammate for a layup, and we're picking up the bump on the pass. And I'm talking again as a coach would tell you, let me have a 70% chance layup. versus having to go through again, get that pick, and again, they should be higher than that, but let's say they're 70%. Maybe if you're going to shoot free throws, they're only 50, 60% now. All right, so again, I think that's a key for us to be able to get that. And so again, have more patience as the ball gets close to the basket, and then when the ball gets close to the basket, depth and width in the lead. Definitely. Anything else, Leo, on that one, or Richard, anybody else?
Hey, really quick question. Any consideration for a help play?
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive.
No.
Also a good find by
Can we get Eric? What was your question?
Well, I just thinking, I can't tell by the speed. My video might be choppy, but I'm just asking, is there any consideration for a held ball in that scenario? Because the shot couldn't be things right. The two hands were basically on the ball.
But again, if he blocks his shot and comes down and has control of it, then that would still be a legal play, wouldn't it? There's nothing here that keeps us from doing that. In this situation, neither one of them came down with it, so we didn't have a held ball.
Well, I think I'm asking the question because, like, if the shooter goes up for a shot, right, and defender's there, and the offensive player can't release the ball, quite often that's a held ball in that scenario, right? As opposed to this area where it's more of a dunking, he's coming in for a dunk.
Two players simultaneously touch the ball, comes to the floor together, yes. But on this here, he blocks it and actually gets it on rebound. So.
Yeah, I'll go back to the hill ball definition. Two opponents without undue force. They're deprived of ball loose. This one, the ball, just because of athleticism, the ball is a loose ball. It's a free ball. There's no control on that one in that situation because we had a person attempting a shot, and we have no ball, we have no player control or team control on this until we get a rebound on this one. Anything else I need to add to that, Eric, folks? Anybody?
Yeah.
All right,
Sure, I have a question.
Greg
Smith. Okay, that's a clean block. Player goes down and hits his head, concussion or not. They're on a fast break the other way. Do we blow the whistle as soon as the guy hits his head, or do we let the play continue?
Yeah. So I would give you, and again, I said this yesterday, and this would be a verbiage I would put this in your toolbox. Anytime somebody goes down, and I don't know if the football does this or not, but it sure looks like it when I watch the games. You go to the person, you say, 23, are you okay? If they immediately look at you and go, I'm fine, I just fell on my wrist or something, then you're whatever. But if they don't respond to you immediately, blow the whistle. Because again, I think if you err on the side of health and safety, then it takes away one advantageous fast break situation. Haven't helped that person that would argue that in that situation. So and that's what I would ask you to do, Frank. I just literally ask them, are you okay? If they don't respond immediately, I'll blow the whistle. I'm not really worried about whether or not they've got a break going the other direction. If the person doesn't respond to me at all.
Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing
Block charge.
straight.
And again, some things here. These are the 10 things, and you've seen talked about these things repeatedly. I've scaled these down a little bit for you to actually know some different things. But as we go back in and we look at a focus for 25-26.
We'll start from the 19-yard line.
When you look at points of emphasis for 24-25, we look at rule changes, and then you see that we're still working on taking the clock out of the game. We did not focus a lot on that last year. To be honest with you, Danny, that was a huge priority for him, but I would like to get the obvious stuff out of the game. All right. So again, we go down here. So as we start looking again, we know the status of the ball. And obviously, if we are going to call a flop, we need to know the status of the ball. We're going to wait until the offensive step completes, or until the other team gets the ball, until there's a change with a bad scored basket, something of that nature, which is going to be a break in play, and then we're going to issue our warning in that situation. Now, I know that there's in violations, there's no advantage, disadvantage that we're supposed to apply. But if you've got a blowout game, and the team that is getting beat, right, is embellishing it, then get to them and tell them, hey, don't do that. You guys are too good players. You don't need to do that. But, you know, the ones that are just trying to fool you, making fouls so they can get to the free throw line, or try to make it, I'm going to tell you, you know, I'm going to challenge them, but they're trying to make an idiot out of you. I'm just trying to tell you that you don't know the difference. So I'm going to make it personal for you because I want us to get these. So, again, did we have contact? Was it incidental or illegal? If it's incidental, we can still have incidental contact and have a flop. But if we have no contact, and we have somebody bobbing all over the place, all over the court, we need to have a whistle on that. Remember, the initial warning, it's a team technical. So there's a penalty associated with this. So let's just make sure, again, we're aware of what's going on and that we deal with it if it's there. We don't bring something in the game that doesn't exist. Let's look at this block charge, and then I want to look at a couple block plays just to make it interesting for us. What do you think of this one in the block charge? So again, let me back it up. I'd always skip to it, move it too quick. But you see again our performance indicators, key performance KPIs, legal position, did it before they became airborne, moved to maintain it, yes, defender did wrong, who initiates contact, what's the status of the ball? Your thoughts on this one?
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
They have the bigger run.
That's full screen because this was a reel that I got off of Facebook. That's as big as I can make that.
Their front seven, they had
picture.
dudes
Yeah.
running, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
I ran on that time. Usually I'll video these and screen share them, and then I can make them larger, but
I'm giving a block. Yep, I agree. Look at the direction they fell.
The Longhorns decide
do you
to
think,
punt it away.
based on, we're basically looking right over the top of where the trail official would be. Do you think the lead, the defender, the secondary defender, slides over when the offensive player shifts to his right? Yes, look at this play. But the lead should have a great look at this play.
Well, that one obviously not how you draw it up. It didn't start off great. Bad ball security. Ball ends up on the floor. But how about Johnny on the spot being there to not just scoop it up, but then shows you.
That would be my only question on this play. Again, I know this is a tough angle to lose.
An explosive play touchdown. You may never see one like that again.
Left, and we have contact with the offensive player.
Bounces through.
I would probably say that they actually initiated the contact. But if they stay where they are, and it does look like he's stiff, I mean, it's really tough. Anybody else got anything different here? Let's see. I don't know if we can get right there. See where he's at on the line? And he contacts, he's completely in the lane when the contact occurs.
And this one will be stopped.
His left foot is on that free throw lane line extended.
Good job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting the guys.
There when the contact occurs, his entire body's in the lane.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
That's no doubt. He was established, and then the ball, the guy that was dribbling the ball, he actually tried to go to the right to go around it, and the defender shifted his left foot and brought his right foot around.
This is the most annoying thing in the world.
That would definitely be a block.
You start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down.
I mean,
so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend. You don't know what's going to happen.
Because we talked about that tonight. They give you some reference points. This is also a great thing. This, I think, Candy shared this with us when, in Wilmington officials one time. But when you're in this situation here,
let me blow that up for you.
When you're in this situation, you see where they are. And now use the physics aspect of it. I know Chris has talked about it. I think he's still on the call with us. Now we have contact. Where do they go?
The guy you want to throw to is
not open. This guy was squared up and made contact with him. He's going backwards, isn't he? He's going towards the A and the G. That's right. And now with him shifting his weight to his position, now look where his body goes. He goes to E and A. Yeah. So, I'm telling you, it's not a huge rule on these plays, but that gives you some, if you're on a 50-50 play, this gives you an opportunity to say, hey, what is another metric that I can use to measure this and see what I've got? Anything else? Anybody has anything they want to add to that one? I'm leaving.
So the official calling would be, it looks like for sure it's a block with continuous motion. So basket would count because it looks like he makes the basket. I can't really tell.
Okay, let's look just. Yeah, let's go in.
Yeah, so that would be a continuous motion play then, and we would count that basket.
Yes.
Okay.
He's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel.
Anyone else?
He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Here. So what you got on this one? Baseline's right. Defender, primary, ball handler.
Wilson to pass.
Secondary, you don't need to drop down at 0.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line.
The referee in this play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
There to stop him after a good
what should be doing right now?
Run game is good. Balance is good.
Yes, right.
Game isn't good. Then you got to pass the football.
Oh, ball outside here. So I can still referee that right there, and I can take a peek. Right. If I don't get width, what do I have to do with my shoulders?
Lead curve.
If I get width, my peripheral vision, I can now help my trail
and defensively, you gotta know
on that drive right there.
He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained.
Definitely legal guarding position. You beat up both face upon it.
Get outside, can scramble, and can get
looks like he's sort of moving to maintain that. Now again, who initiates that contact on that inside shoulder there? That right shoulder right there.
The dribble.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways
the offensive player.
It's not just going to be on.
Do you think you got offense-initiated contact here?
Different places, and you can throw him the football, but the
right shoulder.
is a big part of it too. They're trying to get him going there.
By the actions of the defender, I think I can agree with that. I would also say that the defender has moved obliquely and backwards. I do not think they're moving in additional further.
Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
That's offense.
Just nowhere to go against this defense.
I don't think we have a call on this one. If you're not about to
Oh, okay. All right, well, yeah, look.
I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back. He
finish
didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch.
All right, everybody agreement on that one? That's a pretty good play, though. I mean, that's, again, this is why, again, we get those open looks. We're constantly looking for movement here. And we can see that, again, this is the 8th that's called. Because this play started in the trail's position. The trail official, hopefully he's moving, he's closing down. As this ball goes to the basket, they're moving and maintaining or getting an open look so they can referee all the way to the hole. Because this person is not going to pass. When you see them drop their head down here, on our level, they're going to the basket.
You need to be successful and productive on that.
Right? On this level, they may dribble penetrate, look for kick-outs. And one of these guys here, or this, the person who actually started the pass to begin with, who sits back here. to this guy who moves up to the line. We get dribble penetration, kick it out. Then we have a closeout defender coming towards them.
Did we have another angle that last week?
No, I don't have it. It's the only thing I got on this one. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I do. I got it.
We had another angle on it. There he is right there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half.
Yeah, that's
we just haven't
offense.
seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Does it change what we saw from the other side?
That's offense.
Yeah,
that's offense, yeah.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end.
He lowered his shoulder pretty well.
Great job looking that
and extended his elbow out as you let the video go on.
It's when he's in the pocket looking for the big
all right, let's look at a couple more black charges, and I'm going to go ahead. Maybe pick a couple more here I want to show you.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
All right, so a couple of things here. When they play this again, I didn't put this repeat.
Back to pass. Looking down the middle. He's open on the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15.
Oh, in this one. How about, how many of you noticed the score yet?
Involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This is the spanking.
And the Longhorns are on the move.
Right. Holmes getting hammered. Doesn't have anything to do with us calling play. Other than
catch in the middle, it's Washington.
Trying to get some flow or tempo to a bad basketball. Now, you can't create flow or tempo. Remember, I've told this many times, but you can definitely disrupt it. Okay. So in this situation here, I'm probably not blowing my whistle because it's 31-6. You can disagree with me, but I'm going to support you on the same logic. I'm going to 15, don't do that. I'm going to get him on a dead bottom and say, don't do that. No, we ain't doing that tonight. Do something of that nature. But I'm probably not going to stop play and go through this one. But you can see here, the official did not in this situation. He gives the get up, which is, that's our signal, but this doesn't mean anything anymore. We used to say that was a flop or get up, right? Now we don't do that. That's the actual signal. When we do that and we don't blow a whistle, we're telling us again, we are putting our integrity at question. And we basically said, that was a flop, but I didn't blow my whistle and I'm not recording a warning or I'm not giving the team technical. We already have a warning. So be careful with that. But, I don't have another angle on this one. I would say there's contact. But then the next part of the contact is, did the amount of contact have enough energy or force to create the action that we see from the player? And I don't think here, because it looks like he backs down and then he's spin moving and got him on his hip towards the basket. And here's the other one is, there isn't anybody out here in a worse position to make this call than the official that's looking at it. Right? That trail in this situation, it looks like that's you, Roy. And got two people here that at least trail has a much better open look at seeing how much contact may have occurred here, whether we've got something on display. Roy, you remember this play?
Sure do.
You want to comment on anything here, what you see?
Yeah, well, the first thing that comes to mind is like you said, the one team was getting spanked, and the calling official called holy you-know-what for the call, probably because they were getting spanked so bad. I didn't, as I remember, I didn't have a great look at it, probably should have had a better look at it, but the calling official didn't hesitate with the, you can see the mechanic there for the fly.